and at the South Africa Investment Summit?
I can feel that he is a man smile with determination. He listened. We talk about e-commerce. We talk about mobile payment. We talk about cloud computing. He was so interested. He said, Jack, please come back in 2 months. I say, in 2 months? I fly all the way here, come back, and fly again. He said, please, there is a big event, invest in South Africa. You gotta come. And he said, I go to see you first, and then you come back. And I said, okay. I did not know he would go to Beijing, join the China-Africa conference. And he was so busy. I know he's very busy. He squeezed the time from Beijing to my city for 2 hours coming. He kept his promise. And he said, Jack, now I came, you go. And then I said, all right. And we met last month, right, in the United Nations, in the building. We were in the United Nations conference. And we met when he was at the elevator gate. He said, Jack, don't forget that. So it's a great that it gave me the opportunity to come back, join this great conference. And as I say, your president is a man, smile with determination. He keeps the promise. He said, come. And to keep the promise is any entrepreneur's number one priority. You have, if you promise, you keep. So I come.
You would know a lot about entrepreneurship. If you can just take us through your journey from a teacher to the founder of Alibaba and the lessons that you've learned from that and lessons that entrepreneurs in this room can take from that.
Yeah, I was born in a normal family. I would not say very poor, but it's a poor family. I did not study very well. I failed exams again in the primary school, middle school, and everybody felt, you are hopeless for. And then when I graduated from high school, I tried to join, to study in the university. First year I failed. Second year I failed. And then I started looking for jobs. I applied a lot of jobs, did not work out. And I tried a third time, joined the past examination, and went to the teacher's college. And after 4 years, I hate to be a teacher because no man wants to be a teacher in China. They think teachers, So I said, no, I would have loved looking for jobs in the other field. Well, in all my early days, I applied jobs for at least more than 30 times, all rejected. None of them even got one chance. I applied jobs one day for KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. 24 people went, 23 people accepted. I was the only guy. And 5 people together, classmates, we went for a job as a policeman. 4 people accepted. I was the only one rejected. And I applied for a job together with my cousin to work in a hotel as a guy serve in the hotel. My cousin was accepted, I was rejected. So I came back and my mother looked at me and said, and I told myself my luck has not arrived. Someday, something is waiting for me, but not today. And then when I started Alibaba, 1994, at the end of the year, I got an opportunity to went to USA. I discovered internet. I think this is something very interesting. Because if it's a network around the world, and this will be something might change the world, so I came back to China, and I started my company. And it was so difficult because China was not even connected to the internet yet, 1994. It was a terrible experience. I worked myself, I had a joint venture with the other people, and then did not work out for 3-4 years. And then 1999, I started Alibaba. I invited 18 friends. Most of my students came to my home. I made a speech for 2 hours. I believe this thing is going to be big in the future, e-commerce. And everybody said e-commerce in China was hopeless because no payment, no logistic. China internet speed is so slow. At that time, there's no mobile phones. No payment, no credit card system. There's nothing. And I believe it in the future. Internet is going to change China. If we started and continue to work hard, we have the chance. So 18 people in my apartment, we decided that one day we will make a company that will be the top 10 companies in the world. We gathered the money. It was so difficult. But 19 years, we never give up our dream. We believe that we should use the internet to help small business, while at that time, most of the e-commerce company in America helping big companies. We think we should help small business. They think, Jack, you're crazy. Small business don't have money. How could you help people who don't have money? And I say, let's help them to make money. When they make money, we will make money. And America at that time, they say, e-commerce should help people to save the cost. I say, we should not help a small business to save the cost, because small business know how to save the cost. They want to know how to make the money. So we do the opposite. Most of the American e-commerce go, big company, save the cost. We say, help the small business, help them to make the money. How to help them make money? We help them to sell online. A lot of small business, they don't have money to go to trade shows. They don't have the money to attend all the negotiation or all the big business forums. So we say, we help them to promote on the internet. That is the way. So for 19 years, it was so difficult. There is no payment. We built at the payment. There's no logistic. That's built at the logistic. There's no credit rating system. That's built at the logistic system. And after 19 years, we came at today.
There's lots of lessons that can be learned there about
a lot of lessons. Never give up. If you have a dream, don't give up. A lot of people only talk dreams, but they don't make dreams in reality. A lot of young people have a great ideas in the evening, but when they wake up, they do the same thing. The most important is not only dreaming, but making sure, make the dreams realistic. And don't fight, don't think anything you do, you will succeed tomorrow or next year. For people like us, we don't have money, we don't have a rich uncle or powerful father. The only thing we compete with the others is our vision. We believe 10 years later, this will happen. And we get the team, start to do. That's the way.
We're going to ask that the roving mics now be handed out among the floor, and people who have questions raise their hands so that we can start interacting with the audience. But I just want to focus on artificial intelligence and the fourth industrial revolution, and how you think that people in South Africa and the African continent need to start preparing for that and making sure they don't get left far behind.
Well, first, I think there are a lot of things talking about artificial intelligence and robots and IoT, and people start to worry. Let me tell you, don't worry about it. Young people, don't worry. When you start to worry, you're getting old. Right? Don't worry. People say, artificial intelligence is going to replace people. Trust me. Human beings are always smarter and wiser than the machines. The first technology revolution, when the train comes, people say, this is going to replace jobs. A lot of people hate it, but train create more jobs. People got disappointed because machine is stronger. Machine is always going to be stronger than you are. That's why we design machines. People believe that machine one day will be smarter than human beings. I tell you, don't worry about it. Machine will be smarter than you are. Computers, they never forget. They calculate faster. and they never get angry and upset. They don't need to sleep. So don't worry, they're smarter, but human beings were wiser. Machines only have chips. Human beings have a heart. So you should have confidence. But how people should do it, I think very important for any countries. Let's think about one thing. For a country, if you want to develop, there are three basic things very important. The first is education. It's always good to invest in education. And investing in education, investing in people is the best investment in the whole world. And second thing is trust and build and support entrepreneurs. Make entrepreneurs the heroes, not making those game players the heroes. We have to ensure that it's entrepreneurs that they will use the technology education go. And the top is a transparent, efficient government. So efficient government, entrepreneurs, and education. For catching the opportunity of IoT, artificial intelligence, very important is education system. The thing I worry about, not only China, USA, the whole world, the fourth technology revolution coming is very scary. The first technology revolution released the power of human beings, the machine. The second technology revolution released the distance, the cars, the trains. Now this technology revolution released the human brain. So it's going to be, fundamentally change the human lives. But the education system, the things we teach our kids, the way we teach our kids in the past 200 years are for the Industrial Revolution. When the digital time came, the thing we teach our kids will be replaced by machine. Machine will do better. We have to change the education system. Have to change the things we teach the kids that they can do better than machines. They can be more creative, more innovative, more constructive, that machine can never have a chance to replace them. That is something, is an opportunity for every country. And please, any country, please pay attention to the following. Pay attention to those people who are below 30 years old. They are the internet generation. Please pay attention to those companies have less than 30 employees, because these are small companies. This technology revolution is a big challenge for big companies. It's a great opportunity for small companies. Small is going to be beautiful, and small is going to be powerful. And please pay special attention to the next 30 years. Next 30 years is going to be the biggest challenge. It's also going to be the biggest opportunity. Most people will complain, but those people who solve the problems of complaint, these people will be successful. Let those people complain. You should solve the problem. That's my view.
On that note, I'd like to please take some questions from the floor. When you receive your mic, can you introduce yourself, the company that you're from, and then the question that you have for Mr. Ma? We'll start in the front here.
Well, thank you, MC. Good evening, Your Excellency. All protocol observed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, Mr. Jack Ma, for gracing this occasion. My name is Tinashe Mpasiri. I happen to be a show host on the 1873 FM. It's an online radio platform. And basically the conversations that we have are around building literacy, around subjects that matter. And one of those subjects happens to be entrepreneurship. We often talk about entrepreneurship and being an entrepreneur, and we use these words loosely without a shared understanding of what it means to be an entrepreneur and what it means not to be an entrepreneur. So the question that I'm posing to you this evening, Mr. Jack Ma, I just want you to imagine it's midnight and you are asked to look up the African sky and identify 3 shining stars, individuals who happen to be champions of entrepreneurship literacy in Africa, are there any names that come to your mind, or they are not? And if not so, would you say there's darkness as far as this point of light that as a young individual who is passionate about entrepreneurship can look up to?
Thank you.
Is there need to identify such individuals
Thank you.
who happen to be bank of hopes for young individuals like myself?
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for this very visionary and poetic questions. I came to Africa last year. Was my first trip. I visited 4 countries, and this year another 4 countries. I see so many great entrepreneurs here. For an entrepreneur, first rule, have the dreams. He has to believe the future. And entrepreneurs, second rule is never complain. Very important. They are always optimistic. Third, entrepreneurs always team up with the others. Nobody can succeed if you don't have a team. When I invest a company, I will see the entrepreneur, the founder. He's crazy normally, or he looks silly, crazy, or stupid. A lot of entrepreneurs, they sound crazy. They sound silly. They're doing things that normal people don't believe. I say, entrepreneur, we believe, we see. Most people seeing is believing. So look at this guy, whether he has good IQ, EQ. You know, if you want to be successful, you should have a good EQ. That is from your heart. People with good EQ, easy to make friends. People will give him a chance. But people with IQ, good IQ, they lose very slowly. We see a lot of people easy to succeed because people give him opportunity. He loses very quickly because he has terrible IQ. So when IQ and EQ are both good, these people easy to succeed. But if you see whether he will be big success, that means he needs LQ, the Q of love. He cares for the others. He cares for the future. So when you have to see the person with IQ, EQ, and LQ, you know something interesting. And then you will see whether there is a group of people surrounding him. They are as crazy as him, respecting him, right? Normally, you will find these kind of guys. And the very important, this is my way, I believe custom number 1, employee number 2, shareholder number 3. It's the customer that happy, the employee will happy, shareholder will be happy. A lot of American companies, they make shareholder number 1. This is no good. So this is something I would judge an entrepreneur. And when I come to Africa, I see so many young people. In Africa, I found much fewer people complaining. Today, the whole world, everywhere, any place you go, people complaining. Africa, you see so many young people, they're energetic, they always have a beautiful future, they also have beautiful dreams. They also fight. I invited close to 70 young entrepreneurs to Hangzhou, my headquarters. And I shared with them what we did in the past 19 years. They all rushed back to Africa with energy, with dreams. So I think Africa is a continent with entrepreneurs. This is why I continue to come. I love that.
Thank you very much.
We are real entrepreneur or bad entrepreneur or false, fake entrepreneurs, we can tell because we are same animals. That's why I can see wolf and dog looks alike, but wolf knows that is a dog. We're entrepreneurs, we know that. Yeah.
Thank you.
There's some questions at the back. If we could please get the mics to there. A reminder, please keep your questions short, introduce yourself, and let us know what questions you'd like to answer.
We have a question on the right-hand side of the room at the back. Lady in red.
Evening. Thank you. Audrey Mutupi, CEO of Systemic Logic. Mr. Ma, most people in this room probably did not know that it took 19 years to get here. What would you say to an entrepreneur who's sitting right here in year 5 and feeling like they're giving up?
What's the?
What would you say to an entrepreneur who feels like their journey has taken about 5 years and they feel like giving up, knowing that your journey also took so long?
Yeah. The toughest period for any entrepreneur is the first 3 years. Congratulations, you already passed the 3 years. A lot of people say, Jack, you and your team made a great, there are so many successful stories you have, you achieved that much. And I said, this is what I always share with entrepreneurs. As an entrepreneur, don't learn from those people, those successful stories. I hate successful stories. You should learn from those stories that's mistakes, setbacks the other people make. Spend the time on that. Because success, there are a lot of things, there's secret things, even the people, they don't know what are the things that make them succeed. But all the people who fail, they have the same mistakes. One day, there are a lot of books about Alibaba. There are a lot of books about me. But there is one day I want to write a book, Alibaba 1001 Mistakes. We made so many mistakes, but we quickly learn from the mistakes. It's so difficult, but I know my competitors are even worse than I am. And I always tell myself, if I cannot survive, nobody can survive. Because we work out, we believe. But of course, it's not easy. When you decide to be an entrepreneur, don't be scared of competition. Don't be scared of failure. Failure, mistakes, competition is always follow you and beside you. That is the fun part of the business. You have to be optimistic. When the team are upset, you have to motivate them. When the team is motivated, you should upset them. When everybody believes the future, you say, well, there's a problem. When everybody sees their problem, you should tell them that's the opportunity. And that is the job, is the CEO and the founder. Yeah.
You happy to continue? Our next question.
Good evening and protocol observed for everyone. Thank you. My name is Gavin Riordan. I'm from Kingston Capital. We're a venture capital firm investing in South African startups. One of the things that you pointed out so clearly was to make the entrepreneur the hero. Now, what two top things could you tell us as an audience that we could apply for South Africa in helping to create an entrepreneurial culture that treats the entrepreneur as the hero?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the venture capital supporting South Africa. Because venture capitalists are very important for startups. When I started Alibaba, we raised $5 million and later $20 million. Fortunately or unfortunately, even Alibaba lived for 5-10 years. Most of the venture capitalists that invested in us, they don't understand our business model. They just believe and trust us. Because as an entrepreneur, they change a lot. Because the market changed. I remember the time I tried to raise money, I went to Silicon Valley, tried to raise money. I was rejected by all venture capital because they wanted me, said, Jack, give me a business plan. I said, I don't have a business plan. They say, go make one. I say, I don't know how to make one. I just think e-commerce is a long way. They say, look at the others. They have such a thick business plan. I said, sir, if I have a thick business plan for you, I'm lying. I'm cheating you. Keep changing. Keep changing. Keep serving your customer better. Keep the team motivated. That's my plan. And I don't know what kind of mistakes I will have. So, most of venture capitalists, they love to replace a CEO. They say, this is a terrible company. Let's change the CEO. Maybe the head is not good, but if you change your head, the whole body dead. The day you invest, you should work with them, trust them, support them. Even change an arm. The arm may not be strong, but you change an artificial arm, it's not that flexible. So venture capitalists, they are the uncles of the company. But the founder is the father and mother of the company. Uncle should give him the money to buy milk, but you should not be the father. You should not replace father. So this is my advice to venture capitalists. And I think to make the entrepreneur's hero, those people, after thousands and hundreds of mistakes, they never give up. They succeed. They survived. They take care of their customers. They take care of their employees. And they respect the shareholders. Those people should be the heroes. Jack Ma is not a hero. People make me the hero. It's not me make the company. It's we, the team, make the company. It's 19 years we don't give up. It's the 1,001 mistakes that make Alibaba succeed. But this world, we need heroes. Those heroes are keep on doing tough things and never give up. That is what I think. It's the spirit. Don't give up. Be optimistic and have dreams. Believe the future. Work with the team and get things done today. That's the thing we need.
We have space for 2 more questions. If we could just be advised who's going to be asking those last 2 questions. We've got someone in the back there.
Hi, my name is Yashodhan Naidu from Presium Investments. I wanted to talk to you about the start of your business, your 18 people that you got to join. I assume you didn't have a lot of capital to incentivize them with money. So how did you motivate them to join? Did you give them a part of your company? How much did you keep of your company? And how did you find that?
All right. Well, among the 18, I'm one of the 18 founders. Most of them were my students and some of the friends. We've been working together since some of them were working together in 1995. And they believe that the things that I'm talking about make sense. It's not the money that attracts them. The 18 founders were in my apartment. I made a speech for 2 hours. We took the video today. We sometimes show the video. And the video shows the 17 people look at me like I'm puzzling. Oh, this guy is crazy. I mean, but you know, what we can do, because none of them, the 18 founders today, they say, wow, you are genius. None of us are genius because we cannot find the jobs in the other places. So we gather together. This is, honestly, I'm not genius. Can you call a person rejected by so many chances genius? I'm not a good at schooling, I'm not academic, and none of us, 18 founders, we are genius. But we know if we work together, if we study, then after my speech, we said, let's get the money. So I said, please, everybody put your money on the table. Leave the 10 months food, money, yourself. Put your money, rule number 1, don't borrow money from your parents because we may fail. If you borrow from a parent's passion, I don't want your parents come to me. And don't borrow money from friends. It's your money. So we gathered $50,000 from 18 people. And I said, we hope this money can last for 10 months. Within 10 months, you work hard, I try to go to raise money. If we cannot raise the money, we're looking for a job together. So, we did not know that this $50,000 only lasts for 3-4 months. We're all run of money. But a lot of venture capitalists rejected us. We rejected venture capitalists too, because we don't think they have the same vision as we believe. So it's not about the money attract those people. It's the vision, it's the dreams, it's the trust. We fight a lot, we quarrel a lot. We never agree on something for the early days. But we get, through the fights, through the quarrels, we start to have the friendships. And then we raise the money. When we raise the money, we start to make mistakes. When you have money, you start to make, when you have a lot of money, your capability is not that strong, money a lot, you will easily to make a lot of mistakes. So this is how we did it. And let me tell you one thing you'll be interested in. 2007, when Alibaba B2B IPO'd in NASDAQ, or in Hong Kong Stock Exchange, we have at least by the way, my stock percentage is close to 60%. But my venture capitalists don't want to give the options to the team. I'm a believer that you have to grow together, share together with your colleagues. So now my ownership of the company like 6%. I give all my shares to the people. So year 2007, when we IPO'd, we had like 400 people become millionaire. So we gathered together. I asked them a question, right? Everybody now, after 8 years, you all succeed. Tell me, are they because we are hardworking? A lot of people much harder working than we are. Do you think you're a genius or they're smart? None of us are smart because year 2001, 2002, we tried to hire people. Nobody wants to join a company, internet company, or a company strange named Alibaba. Those people, if they're not that stupid or disabled, they all joined Alibaba. Is it true? And then, when we start to go better, many headhunting companies start to steal our people. Those people believe they're smart. Those smart people all headhunted. We people, nobody come to headhunt us. We think we have to stay in this company. So after years, we become succeed. We've gone through all the tough days. Now we got muscles. We got to determine the heart. We know only make customer happy, we'll be happy. So this is how we develop through tough days. It's not we get a lot of talents and then we grow. We get people with believe in them dreams, optimistic. We train them hard. We work hard. We go through the tough days with tears and cries and smiles. We come today.
And now it's time for our final question.
Ni hao,
Yes.
Mawin,
Yes, I'm speaking.
all protocol observed.
All
My name is
protocol
Chidizi
observed.
Mnyai from Ekurhuleni.
Yeah. Wait, just
One-
a moment. There's two people.
Critical issues that in South Africa, we have a challenge of the network. We have adopted the European standard GSM network, most insecure. And you know, in the battle of cybersecurity is fought in the infrastructure network. What are the possibility for you to assist the capability of our government, provincial, local, and national, around, for example, even the post office, you have all the solutions that can help us to do very quick. So what are the possibility that through Alibaba capability that you have to share and support the capability of our government so that our people will be able to benefit from the service delivery, and in the end, in solution intervention, the entrepreneur will also benefit. That is the key issues because South Africa needs seamless network.
Thank you.
GSM insecure. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it is very, very important for government to be e-government. Very interesting. Today, mobile phone is everywhere. We are entering into a new world that is called digital world, data world. If all the people receive information faster, react faster, receive information faster than the government is being troubled. And government is normally the brain of a country. If the brain is not equipped by the data technology, and all the fingers and feet are equipped, that's going to be no good. This is what I'm trying to convincing all the government in China, provincial government. Please make government to be e-government. And I think when your e-government is more efficient, you really know, because when you want to serve the people, you have to know who are the people, what the people need, and the data will prove that. And I think this is what I had a great discussion with President. I think he's very enthusiastic and embracing this technology revolution. We talked in his home, first trip. We talked in Hangzhou. We talked this afternoon. And I think for our company, with the technology we have today, we have close to 30,000 scientists, engineers. We developed the technology. Our mission is empower small business, young people, women. But these days, just these years, we realized we have to making sure the government are also digitalized. Because when the government is digitalized, they can serve the people better and efficient and cost effective. And I will be very happy to join the force together to improve. We have a smart city, we're going to have a smart government. And I'm sure with a determined president, and he will lead this country. Because all the money I heard today, that's great. But we need entrepreneurs. Make the entrepreneurs, they can make the money efficiently. They can get the result done. And we also sure that with the equipment and the data period, this government is going to serve the people better.
Thank you so much for your time and your insights and sharing your anecdotes, your lessons. I know everyone in this room probably got very much out of that. On that note, I'd like to ask President Cyril Ramaphosa to please come onto the stage, give us a few words. I'd like all of us to stand as he comes towards us and addresses us. Yes, please.
Let's sit down, please. Let's sit down. I think we are all hungry, but we've been well fed by what Jack Ma has been saying. Let's give him a round of applause. Well, it hasn't been said before to me that a guy fell in love with me. Well, let me say it as well. Jack, I also fell in love with you. When Jack came to visit me at my home, yes, I had thought too that it would just be a 5-minute visit, and it turned out to be a 1.5-hour visit. And we talked about a whole lot of things, and we found that we had a great connection. And so I want to thank Jack very, very much indeed for the insights that he provides. When Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma and I met him, she received him and we sat. He also spoke about something that I thought he would touch on, about how they have created this Alipay system a payment platform, and how they are able to validate people who buy and trade on the system, and they are able to rate whoever participates in the system. If you're a good customer and you pay on time, you get a rating, and you get a top rating all the time when you pay your bills and all that and all that. And he then told Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma and Minister Ibrahim Patel that one of the mutations of this system is now how parents use it when there are suitors who want to marry their daughters. They ask them, what is your rating? Tell us what your rating is. And all three of us realize that we've got daughters. And when the young men come and want to marry our daughters, we want to have a system where we ask them for their rating so that we can check. So thank you so much, Jack, and also for this IQ system, the EQ1, the LQ1. And today I think we can confidently say we also, Jack, have an SAQ system, a South Africa Q system. And it's wonderful the way that we have seen it evolving here tonight. And so that is great. And the other thing that I learned is the 3 E's: education, entrepreneurship, and an efficient government. But what I particularly liked is that we should treat our entrepreneurs as heroes and move away from what we had become fed with and accustomed to here, where we treated our entrepreneurs and business people and called them all sorts of names. We treated them like enemies and white monopoly capital and all that. That must end today. We want to make our business people heroes. Let us see the business people who are here as heroes, because they are here to develop and grow our economy. I want to end by thanking Jack Ma for having taken all the trouble to come here. And I'd like Jack to present you with a truly South Africa-made present, which I'd like to see you one day on television having in your hand. So here is a wonderful bag that is made here in South Africa. And with that, well, here he goes. He says he will sell it on Alibaba. And just as a takeaway, Jack Ma, as I end, Alibaba has this system. They call it the Systems Double Festival or something. Singles Day, the Singles Day, where they came up with the process where they say people who are single, they need to give them a day when they will just shop. They must just go shopping, because rather than complaining and feeling depressed and sad about being single, let them go shopping. So they have now agreed, Alibaba has agreed to put South Africa on that platform. On Singles Day, we are now as South Africa going to have a video, which I recorded, to invite the people who trade on the Alibaba platform, the Chinese people mainly and many other people around the world, to see a short video that we did on South Africa and inviting people to buy South African products. And in addition, we are going to allow South Africans to trade some products on that Singles Day. So that's going to be phenomenal. So we look forward to that. And with this, our partnership with Alibaba and with Jack Ma then starts. It's going to finally evolve in the training of young people, which they are still considering. I have asked him, and Jack, this is a presidential request. Presidential request that we should have here in South Africa, a training hub for the young people of South Africa to be as great entrepreneurs as you and your 18 other entrepreneurs who started Alibaba. So we thank Jack Ma for coming. Thank you very much, Jack. We really welcome your being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you all for your interaction and your patience. The main course is served now.